Well, hello, boys and girls. It's me, Grandma Shell. Here I am with another book for you today. This one is The Christmas Bunny. See that? It's another little golden book. I have several little golden books, so I thought I would share them with you because I only bring them out at Christmas. If you notice, I always read in my rocking chair. I may move it around my house just for your enjoyment, but it's still fun to see all different things that people have in their homes. Some are fancy, some are simple. It just depends on how your mom likes to have your house or how you like to have your own house. The Christmas Bunny by Arnold Rabin. Illustrated by Carolyn Ewing. One day before Christmas, Santa was awakened from his afternoon nap by a great hullabaloo at the front door. Hullabaloo, holy cow. He heard Mrs. Claus say, "I'm sorry you can't see Santa now. He's asleep and he needs his rest. He must travel the whole world tonight." See that? He's got a dog. There's Santa sleeping. If you ever want to know what Santa's house looked like, there you go. He's just old Grandpa. And there's Grandma Claus. But whoever was making the noise would not go away. Santa jumped out of bed and went to see who was there. And just as he got to the door, he heard the visitor say, "I must see Santa. I simply must see Santa." Then Santa saw who was the visitor. "Easter Bunny," Santa said with a laugh. "What are you doing at the North Pole?" The Easter Bunny hopped past Santa into the living room. He seated himself in Santa's large rocking chair. Hey, I'm in a rocking chair. That's awesome. Santa has a rocking chair and I have a rocking chair. That's the Easter Bunny who came to see Santa. "I've made up my mind," said the Easter Bunny. "I want to give out Easter eggs on Christmas Eve. So I'm going with you tonight. I've decided completely, absolutely, and positively." Santa was thunderstruck. Whoever heard of a thing of giving out Easter eggs at Christmas time? Not me. "And whatever made you decide to do that?" The Easter Bunny popped out of the chair and began to hop around the room. In his excitement, he hopped on top of the Christmas tree. "What decided me?" he asked. "I decided me, of course." "Why, I've spent the last 2 months making Christmas Easter eggs." "No, Easter Christmas eggs. No, I mean Easter eggs to give out at Christmas. Let me show you one." Are you excited to see? I am. The bunny whipped out a Christmas Easter egg, or an Easter Christmas egg, from the pocket of his clean white jacket. What a wonder it was! There were tiny Christmas trees painted on it, with leaves that looked like bunny ears and Christmas lights that looked like Easter eggs. Look at that. See the egg? There's Santa. "Do you like it?" the Easter Bunny asked proudly. "It's very nice," Santa answered. But what?" demanded the bunny. "But no one would know what to think," Santa explained. "People wouldn't know whether it was Christmas Eve or Easter. I'm sorry, but I really think it would be more confusing than anything." "I knew you'd say no," cried the bunny, "but you'll see. I'll find you. I'll fool you completely, absolutely, and positively." Then the Easter Bunny took a giant hop out of the room and through the front door. In a fluff of his tail, he was gone, and Santa went back to bed to continue his nap. See, he's telling the Easter Bunny, "No way, Jose. That's not going to work." At sunset that Christmas Eve, Mrs. Claus awakened Santa. He ate a hearty dinner, checked his lists, and hitched up the reindeer. And then he climbed into his sleigh and turned around for one last look behind him. Suddenly Santa saw something strange sticking up in the middle of the presents. Look at that. He sees something sticking up What do you think it is? See his reindeer? What do you think it is sticking up in his sleigh? And just as suddenly that something strange started to wiggle, and just then it wiggled again. And Santa knew there was only one thing that wiggled like that, the Easter Bunny's ears. Quietly, he reached over the boxes and bows and tickled one ear. "You caught me! All right, you caught me!" shouted the Easter Bunny, springing up from his hiding place and tossing on his Santa hat. "But it won't do any good. I'm coming with you." Santa roared with laughter because the bunny looked so funny, sitting in the middle of all the presents. Look at that silly bunny. He really wanted to go, huh? That bunny was determined. "Now, wait a minute," Santa said gently. "I like you very much, but I can't have you traveling with me onto Santa's arms." He jumped so fast Santa almost didn't catch him. "Please, please, please let me come with you. I have all my eggs ready to deliver. I won't be any trouble at all." Santa knew he couldn't take the Easter Bunny with him. Somehow he had to make his friend understand. Santa thought, and he thought of a wonderful plan. See that? And that? "All right, you can come," said Santa, "but only on one condition." "Anything? What is it?" the bunny shouted for joy. "At Easter time," said Santa, "you've got to let me give out Christmas presents." "What do you mean?" the bunny said with a gasp. "Who ever heard of that? Imagine getting Christmas presents at Easter time. Why, no one would know whether to open presents first or hunt for Easter eggs. And how would people find any eggs in boxes and bows and wrapping paper all over the floor? Oh no! Wouldn't that be dreadful? So dreadful." "Oh, no, 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 that is quite impossible," the Easter Bunny continued. "Completely, absolutely, and positively impossible." "But," said Santa, "what's fair is fair." "Who told you that was fair?" said the bunny. "Easter is Easter and Christmas is Christmas. Why would anyone want to mix them up?" "I don't know," said Santa, trying not to laugh. "And besides," the bunny added, "think of yourself. If you gave out presents all night, you'd be too sleepy to hunt for your own Easter eggs." "You're right," said bunnies. "You're right, Bunny," said Santa. "And you must think of yourself, too. If you're not home asleep on Christmas Eve, you might not even get your presents." Oh, see that? Oh. Santa's thinking. He has great ideas. "Dear Dad," cried the Easter Bunny, "why didn't you—" "Dear, dear," said the Easter Bunny, "why didn't you say that before? You're right. I'd better get home to sleep. Completely, absolutely, and positively to sleep." And he hopped into the air with a whirl that took him halfway around the world. Late that night, Santa reached the Easter Bunny's house, and when he started to fill the Easter Bunny's stockings, he felt something peculiar down in the toe. It was round and hard. He reached in to pull it out. What do you think it was? Do you have any ideas? I have a hunch. Let's see if we're right. There, in his hand, was a Christmas Easter egg. Attached to it was a small piece of paper that had some writing on it. He left a note. At least that's what I would think would be on a piece of paper. The note from the Easter Bunny said, "Dear Santa, here is a Christmas present for you. I hope you like it. I'll be seeing you at Easter time. Merry Christmas." Aww, isn't that wonderful? What a good way to work out a problem and come up with an excellent solution. Sometimes we have problems and sometimes we don't know exactly what to do. And so sometimes we have to outsmart the problem, don't we? But we have brains. We can use them because you're smart, you're intelligent, you're wonderful, you're brilliant, you're amazing because you're a kid And that makes you amazing, and all of those things I just said. Make sure that you like this video. There's a little thumbs up that you can click, and click the subscribe button if you want to hear more stories from me. Take care. Have a great day.